fucking normal life already. I don't want to be like a homeless guy.
Hey guys, so I met this Estonian backpacker in Perth, Western Australia. At that time, he had no job, no money, couldn't afford an accommodation in a for him absolutely unknown country. And what actually happened, and if we get him back on his feet, stay thrilled because you will never believe how that story ends up. But before we jump right into it, I'm Nick, alias the Black Sheep. I'm traveling around the world with you guys. We're helping people along our way, grabbing 50% of the profits and decide together in our community how we want to use that money to, make the world a better place. So don't think about subscribing because it could help to make the world a better place. So enough from that blah blah. Let's jump straight into it and have a look what did actually happen.
Everything was awesome, collected the money, said goodbye to my friends. Everything was like lit, you know. Then
It was finally the adventure starting.
Awesome.
Yeah,
like that feeling
yeah.
when I bought the ticket to Bali, that was like amazing. I basically started crying because it was like so important for me. I really wanted to go like really far away and like really see the tropical side of the world and shit like that. In Estonia we don't have that, you know, like Estonia it's potatoes and snow, like that. So,
Potatoes and snow,
but
it reminds me of the German winter.
yeah, it is basically the same. On the second day I lost my phone already, and it was like already a huge bounce for me because I had like everything in my phone, like collected in 3 years and everything, like you know, 21st century, all your life is basically in the phone. The next day after I lost my phone, I had still a bit hangover and I was a bit sad. So yeah, I was chilling in one place in Canggu. I think like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. something. I was already like really drunk and I wanted really to go home, but I was with my guest house owner and he was like, no, you're not going without me. But I was like pushing like maybe 1 hour. After that I remember I was driving to home. I don't remember exactly where because I was really drunk. Then I have like 30 minutes blackout. I don't remember anything what happened. And the next thing I remember, I was in the local Indonesian guy's car and they were taking me to the hospital. I was in the back seat, all bloody. I was bleeding from everywhere and I was like, the first thing I asked and what I remember was like, am I going to die? And they told me, they don't know. Am I going to die? And they told me, they don't know.
So you've been in coma?
Yeah, I was.
So
like
for how long?
For 2 days.
2 days?
Yeah, 2 days. I don't remember
Shit.
So first, I couldn't move my legs basically at all because I had some injury in the back.
Okay.
So I got the worst scenario. Like I couldn't walk anymore. After I think I was like maybe one and a half week, 2 weeks later, I was already able to move, and then I arrived to Australia. I had like 60 bucks and one-way ticket to Perth. So
How did it happen actually exactly that you lost all that money?
because bank worker in Estonia did his job very well, so he basically gave me the wrong insurance. I had a life insurance and I should have a travel insurance. I could get some money back from the stitches because like life insurance pays everything like what happens with you, but they don't pay the hospital bills. So that's where all my money went, and that was like all my savings for Australia, so I can spend a few nights here, like maybe a month. I can leave and find a job for myself, and like huge bounce back was the phone lost as well, so can't contact. So yeah, not the best situation, but I'm still living the life.
Whew, what a crazy story, huh guys? Yeah, I know, he did two really big mistakes. Number one, check your insurance that you have the right one. Number two, never ever drive drunk. And of course we could blame him right now, it's everything his fault, but let's be honest, have you never done anything wrong in your life and you regret it afterwards so much? I did a couple of times and I've been really happy that somebody have been there to help me, and you probably as well, or you would have been very happy if there would have been somebody. And so what does it help us if we blame him right now? We can't go back in time and undo what happened. So let's focus on that we get him back on his feet and what we actually can do. And therefore we got an action plan. And let's jump straight into it. Number one, we need an accommodation for him. Number two, he needs a mobile phone that employers can contact him. And if you don't want to do it cash in hand, so if you want to do it official, we need a bank account and we need a TFN ABN number, which is in Australia the tax number. If we got those four things, we actually can start. So let's have a look what Loco got already. He got already the TFN ABN number, he got already a bank account, found the accommodation via couch surfing, and this couch surfing guy will be so important later in our story, but you will see later. And we actually got the mobile phone, but this mobile phone gave us some really huge problems. Yeah, so see yourself. So we've been right now to the Vodafone shop and we figured out that this phone we have over here, this super modern new invention phone with extra big keys. This phone is kind of locked from Optus and he has like contract with Vodafone, so he can't use this Vodafone SIM card in this phone. So you would need to cancel the contract with Vodafone or would need to get a new phone. Both things need money, what you actually don't have. Or not what you actually don't have, what you in fact don't have. But he just right now get a really good idea because that guy where he got via the couch surfing accommodation for free. So this guy has still 2 old smartphones, and so he's going to ask him tonight if he can get one of those smartphones. And when he finally got the smartphone, we can use a SIM card. Hopefully it's not blocked, and if just have to ask for him. Yeah, don't forget to ask. And when he has smartphone, then he also can do Uber, just getting money to buying food and to paying accommodation. So we had a mobile phone what we couldn't use. Anyways, we had a pretty high chance to get a working mobile phone in the evening from the couchsurfing host, so we wanted to focus on what we still can do at this day. And in Australia it's actually pretty usual to just go in the shops and ask for a job, and if you catch the manager or the owner and persuade him to that you're the right person, you are very likely to get a job straight away. So we wanted to give that a try, but we haven't been well prepared because actually we just wanted to go to the Vodafone shop and sort out the mobile phone problem, but see yourself. So I just thought let's have a ask in grab and go. Let's go! For a job, by the way. Hey mate, how are you doing? Yeah, say hello YouTube. Yeah, we actually just wanted to ask if you are looking for a hand or something like that, because if you're offering a job or something.
You have your resume with you?
I have actually a resume at home. I didn't do it right now.
Okay, you can come anytime and drop it. But
Do you know if there's a job offer here or maybe in the other?
no, they keep hiring. They keep hiring.
Because he spent a couple of days in coma, I had a big accident, and yeah, you see it over here. So yeah, that's why he has no money anymore at all, so we try to get him step by step.
You good now?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I have a friend.
You happy with life?
Yeah, thanks, man.
I wanted to say that it's better if you go there and talk to the manager there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's normally there for 2 or 3 every day.
Okay.
Between 2 and 3.
Yeah,
No, before 2, like between
before 2.
9 and 2. Between
Okay.
9 and 2.
Carl, nice to meet you. Cheers, thank you so much.
Have a nice
See
day.
ya.
Bye.
So, first
went
try,
well.
and yeah, went really well, huh? We didn't enter any other shops as we didn't want to explain every time why we don't have a CV with us. But anyways, did you saw Millennium's face at the end? This is the most important. He saw again light at the end of the tunnel. He saw that the people want to help him in his situation, and he was really motivated to do things, to find a job. So our plan was in the evening just grabbing the mobile phone from the couchsurfing host, and the next day meeting up early in the morning and yeah, getting started, doing a CV and going outside, finding a job. And I waited 1, 2, 3 hours and he just didn't show up. And then when he finally showed up, because it is so important for you to get a job and so on, you can't you can't allow yourself to waste time.
Yeah, no, I can't.
So like if I mean it's okay when you have a sleep in or something like that.
Yeah.
Like today morning when we wanted to meet up 10 and
Yeah.
it's right now 1 or something,
Yeah.
1:30 already almost. But the thing is, you remember, for example, yesterday we've been at Grab and Go, and that guy said between 9 and 2 that guy is there, and we could look up. But we have right now no working CV, so we still have to do the CV at first. It takes at least 1-2 hours. That's why I wanted to get started today morning at 10 with you, doing the CV, printing the CV, and going directly to Grab and Go, and going to the other things. But we can't do that right now. The thing is, if you don't push yourself, the one day will pass and the next day will pass and you still have no job and you will never go out of this situation. And what does that make with the mind? So you are still thinking about the bad things, like you have no money, you have no accommodation, you have to, you know what I mean? So you make it just worse and worse and worse, and even more afraid you get of doing something, because it would mean you take action. So you try all the time to avoid take action and prefer to distract yourself. For example, just with playing any games, I don't know, sleeping, whatever. Everything seems more important than doing that. It's a
doing
kind
that,
of how what happens. Yeah, what happens with your mind. That's why when you want to
live a fucking normal life already. I don't want to be like a homeless guy. It's fucking like I was in Estonia. I was living a fucking good life.
just I don't want to blame you or anything. I just want to
Yeah.
let you know, because it's like, again, a chance which is pushed out on another day, you know, and we have to take every chance we have every day. What a great motivation, huh? Honestly, I have really no idea what happened. You notice, the day before everything was great, and then he just arrived like that, with that mood at my hostel. But a question for you guys: have I been too hard to him? Let me know down in the comments below, or by clicking the eye icon in the left corner for the survey. Honestly, I think yes, I've been. Because I should have been more supportive. I should have shown him all the ways we still can go, all the opportunities we still have. Because he was going down what I'm calling the rabbit hole. So what I mean by that is, you noticed how he said, I don't want to be like a fucking homeless guy, and Estonia had a so good life. So he started to think negative. And this negative thinking caused a negative feeling. So you noticed how he hang on the table like that with such a kind of face. So this negative feeling is influencing then at the end again the thinking. So we have like negative thinking, negative feeling, influencing negative thinking. We have like a circle of a negative thinking feeling pattern, which is just dragging you down and down and down, what I'm calling the rabbit hole. If you do that for a short period of time, we call it a mood. If over a long period of time, we call it a depression. And of course I wanted to avoid that. Yeah, but anyways, we finally got the mobile phone, and you remember we wanted to do Uber Eats, because at that time in Perth you could do Uber Eats straight away to get some money in. But anyhow, there's always a but. You will see. Have a look at first if you can download the Uber Eats app. Have a look if it's in the App Store at all.
Because it's really old phone, so
Yeah, so it's a Samsung S. It's not a Samsung S10, what is out right now, or S9, or S whatever. It's a Samsung S, and that's it.
it doesn't have data because I have internet in my SIM card, but it's not working at all. So Wi-Fi is everything.
Okay, wait a sec. So you have a SIM card in,
Yeah, I have SIM card.
but your data's aren't working. But you
Yeah.
actually have datas,
Yeah, I have data,
but it's not working.
Not working at all.
Okay. That's strange.
It's just an old phone. It's like you can't expect from an 80 years old man to run a marathon.
No Uber Eats, huh? Well, we couldn't figure out what was wrong with the phone. Probably it was really just very old. Anyways, we couldn't walk around the streets asking for a job when we didn't want to explain every time why we don't have a CV, so we decided at first we are doing the CV, and here it hit me like a train. That 20 years old boy has about 8 years work experience, no shit. He worked as scaffolder, sales agent, barista, construction worker, bartender. When we go a little bit further down, kitchen maid, and the most impressive, at the age between 11 and 13, as a salesman, as a newspaper boy. He have been one of the best sellers of the year 2 years in a row. He got the perfect base for finding a job. He has more experience as some with 30, and the most important, he has a real fighter heart. So the only thing what we can do here with this CV is changing the sentence form in a note form so it's better and faster readable, and adding some examples so that employers can imagine better what exactly he did throughout the singular jobs, and finished. And because it was already so late at this day, we decided not to go through the streets, but to put an advertise online on Gumtree, which is in Australia the biggest job portal, especially for casual jobs. And here our couch surfing host have been the point break. And I'm so sorry that I have no picture, no video material, nothing about him. Because what we didn't knew at that time, he was working at the big Australian metal trading company in a high position, and saw throughout his career already heaps of applications, and helped us to write our applications so eye-catching and so interesting that we didn't need to wait long to get a job offer from a farm. And everything went so fast that I even didn't have the chance to make a last video with Millennium, because he could start the job straight away. And I hope you're sitting, guys, because he got paid at that farm 32 Australian dollars an hour. Even I, throughout 2.5 years Australia with heaps of farm work, never ever got paid $32 an hour on a farm. So if you want to take away anything from the last 15 minutes, then maybe this. No matter how bad the situation is you're in right now, no matter how big the challenge is you are fighting right now, keep fighting. Keep looking out for possibilities, for ways you can go, for all your opportunities. And the most important, keep your positive mindset in. Because maybe you go out of that situation stronger and better as you went in. And maybe this situation is just the way to get to this point. Thanks for watching, guys, and definitely don't let me know down in the comments if you think I've been too hard to him or what I still can improve here on my channel. And if you want to see more of those videos, don't even think about liking, subscribing or sharing, cause I really don't care, and hopefully never see you again. And now the outtakes. Oh, by the way, if you want to know how to write such a cool CV and a Gumtree advertise, that's gonna be one of my next videos, so you know what you shouldn't do. But now the outtakes for real. See ya. The big mistakes in their lives, isn't it? And we've been, you, me, whatever, and now I talk shit again.
One place in Canggu, where it's like Loco, the cafeteria is called Loco, and there's like really awesome persons, like tattoo artists.
So you got your name?
Yeah.
No shit, yeah?
Basically.
Okay.
So yeah. And
thanks for watching, guys. Be one of my next videos what I... Oh, meine Fresse! Because that's going to be one of the next videos what I wanted to do. Oh, meine Fresse! Mobile phone, he need... Oh. I think it starts too, eh? That's not so cool.
yeah, it was a huge lesson for me. Yeah, don't drink and drive. Don't drink and drive.
Guys, did you hear that? Don't drink and drive.
No.